Well, the New Hampshire presidential primary is this Tuesday, and voters there will be casting their ballots for both Republican and Democrat candidates. The campaign season could look really different after the votes are tallied there. And this is also the very first test for Minnesota Representative Dean Phillips. Chief political reporter Tom Hauser joins us. And Tom, this primary election in New Hampshire could have real impact next week.
Yeah, it sure could, Paul. The Republican and Democratic nomination battles could be over after Tuesday if both former President Donald Trump and President Biden win big. But a Biden victory could be a bit complicated if he doesn't win by a big enough margin over Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips, even though Biden is not technically on the ballot.
What's on your mind?
Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips spent millions of dollars of his own money in New Hampshire since announcing his candidacy in October. Polling shows he's making an impact. President Joe Biden, who isn't on the New Hampshire ballot, leads with 58%, but Phillips now registers at 28% in the Democratic primary. Political analysts aren't sure what his long-term impact might be on Biden's candidacy.
I just hope that Dean Phillips is not going to do damage to the current president's chances. That's all I have to say. I am a fan of Dean Phillips, but I just think that he has made some unusual choices here, and I'm not sure where he is heading.
He's been saying this thing publicly that everyone says privately, and that is that Joe Biden is a flawed candidate and Democrats could lose because of that. But he's not going to overtake Biden for the nomination.
On the Republican side in New Hampshire, former President Trump polling about 50%, with Nikki Haley trailing by 14 points in the most recent poll, with Ron DeSantis a distant third. If Trump wins big in New Hampshire, the Republican race could be over long before the Minnesota primary, March 5th.
Donald Trump has overtaken the hearts and minds of the Republican base like no one we've seen, at least since Ronald Reagan. And those voters will stand with him no matter what. And he knows that. And so he's going to take full advantage of it.
If we don't put the brakes on former President Trump in New Hampshire through Nikki Haley or independents, he is going to be the nominee. And if he's the nominee, he could win because of the divisions in the Democratic Party.
And there are divisions in the Democratic Party regarding President Biden's age. He's 81, but the more problematic number is 33. That's 33%. That was his approval rating in the most recent ABC News poll. Biden won't officially be on a ballot until the South Carolina primary next month, Paul.
Okay, interesting days ahead, Tom Hauser. And Tom, I know you're going to be busy this weekend. You are headed up to New Hampshire. You'll be there Monday and Tuesday covering the primary. And you can see Tom's reports from the state as he follows all of the developments that are leading up to the results here on air and online at KSTP.com. And while voters are about to head to the polls there in New Hampshire,